Hello.
Hello.
Welcome back to episode 2 of our campaign. Do we have a name for this campaign other than Cedric Swords? Just the Legend of Cedric Swords. Welcome back to episode 2 of the Legend of Cedric Swords. It's our
I think that's a good.
yeah.
He's good.
I dig it.
We'll workshop it. Thank you again for joining us. You missed out.
Crew.
You what?
So we could call it Zarek's Fun Crew.
Zarek's Fun Crew. Happy time. Last time.
Zarek's Playhouse.
Zarek's.
It could get dangerous.
It's weird.
Last we left off, the Cedric Swords found themselves in Fenrir's Hold, going up to meet the recently appointed mayor, Mayor Kierkegaard, who, in the strange time difference between going into this mysterious tower that the party found under the leadership of a man named Lothrian, once they left, time moved differently for them, jumping forward 22 days, and it seems as though time works differently as opposed to the outside world. Going to meet the mayor and basically collect your paycheck from defending Calhaven and Kosh, receiving your payment and wanting to use that money to go and purchase new tools and a weapon. The party found that they were missing Topless Keith, their ally. In searching Fenrir's Hold, in a brief once-over, they were unable to find Topless Keith, as well as the mysterious person known as the Associate. Mayor Kierkegaard had suggested the party meet, who would have helped in leading the party to reconnect with Simon. Figuring that they would not have any luck for the rest of the day, the party went to a local tavern called the Salted Pig, where, sitting down, preparing for an evening of food and some modicum of relaxation to think about the events of the last couple of weeks, a familiar figure sits down at the table beside you as Garwin the Alchemist sits down. Well, suppose I should come clean about a few things. For one, I'm sure you all could have guessed this, but Garwin is not my actual name. Was that...
What is it?
My name is Belfire. Belfire Shieldheart.
Shitheart.
No.
He is very rude.
Shieldheart.
Oh, I see. So you heard the past? Shieldheart?
Like a shield that you wear.
That's what I said, Shieldheart.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is my name.
Was your ex a bitch or something?
Well,
What?
not that I'd like to
You
talk
opened
about
up
it.
too much.
No, well, not... Let me back this up.
He's sensitive, okay?
Let him say what he was going to say.
Okay. Yeah, bro. Chill out.
Let-
Oh, listen to the
let-
guy. Listen to the guy's word.
A long time ago, I was well acquainted with the court down in Valley when King Lars was crowned the king. I was pushed out of the capital city and I fled. There's not much else to my tragic backstory other than I found my way to the service of others. I learned alchemy, I learned how to live off the land, and I became well acquainted with the lonely life of an adventurer, as I'm sure many of you can relate to. Many years ago, I ran into a group of people who called themselves the Ascendants of Kalai. They believed Great Dragon was to return and kill off the gods and reclaim his place and rule over all of Noros. Naturally, this is blasphemy and utter lunacy, insanity even. These Ascendants of Kalai were dangerous people, and well, I've committed the last few years of my life to making sure their kind does not spread across Polist. When I heard rumors of dragons returning, I did what I could to create these vanishing stones, one of which you have. Well, there's not much else to me other than that. But I am curious. This is not a game for people to have blasé interest. What are you doing looking for Simon? What is in it for you?
Well, I mean, when we first met him, he was a pretty nice guy. Like, there was room in the board, helped us get on our feet. So, like, I guess the best way to put this, if he's in trouble, we would go help him.
You're his friends.
Yes.
Sure.
Well,
I have no idea.
he's me, so.
I'm just here, man. I'm just here, man. Like, word, man. So I'm supporting you. Cool, bro.
Thank you, bro.
Word, man.
Well, I'm sure you might have questions for me, and
No.
I'm gonna go up to my room and write my spell book.
you just
You're like, I need all the time I can get.
well, he yes. Well, he seems to have his priorities set for himself.
Okay, well, I guess we have a handful of questions. I guess the Smiling King? Yeah, that's a good question. What do you know about him? Not the one that's a person, like the one that's a thing.
I was there in the woods, so I do know.
Yes.
Yes, I do apologize. I kept my distance. I was not sure if what I was about to witness was a bloodbath, and not much sense in joining that if I can't do it.
No, it's totally understandable.
It was a shit show, bro.
The little one is right. It was a shit show.
But I did see that creature,
So,
entity.
I'm guessing you don't know a lot about him?
I know as much as anyone else who has studied the Fae, so a decent amount.
Well, we killed his pet.
That was stupid of you.
Well, at the time, we did not know it was his pet, and it was a dragon that was actively attacking us.
Okay, fair point.
So,
Yeah, bro.
but also, I feel like that's where Simon is.
That where?
Well, he's with. Well, so when we were fleeing out of the woods, I heard Simon's voice from inside the black. That's the only way I know how to
The
describe.
entity,
Yeah,
yes.
the black. It's just
Unfortunately,
there were not just Simons. It was voices.
just
Just
everywhere. Oh, everything.
help me.
Doesn't sound like quite so easy a search and rescue mission then, huh?
No, it's not like a where Simon. It's more like a where is Simon.
I'm afraid that might be out of my depth.
Great. Cool.
I am skilled, but this is...
So this stone,
Yes.
I throw it, right?
Well, there's a bit more to that.
Okay, well, I would like a little bit of a class on that if we could do that. That would be cool.
There is power in the name. You know, the name of whatever entity you are hoping to banish.
Ah, and then finish it with the name.
Yes.
Say the name, throw the thing.
Yes.
Okay. Could this banish a Fae of power?
I have no earthly clue.
Cool. Well, there goes my one plan.
There is
Some
certainly...
experiment, bro.
There is certainly cause for experimentation, and under
Also, I know
dire
that-
circumstances, that is not a terrible idea, but they are not precisely of this plane.
It's only one way to find out, really.
That is true.
Sometimes he's gonna say,
Okay.
my grandpa would say, just fuck it, man.
Party convene. What else should we ask him? Is like, I got a different notebook now because I got
I'm
no,
just
not
here.
that part. Like,
Y'all do your thing.
I got a different notebook now, so.
I have a question for myself.
Yeah.
Later.
We just back and wait.
So it'll cut to.
What else do we know about right now? What else?
What do you know?
Well, okay. I don't know. I got like, again, my notes are just scrolling from a madman, so they don't make sense out of context. So.
You're not there.
We
I
were
had a
doing this.
message from upstairs. I just assumed we were talking about dragons.
Just assume we're talking about stuff.
So he doesn't know precisely.
Well, he knows about as much as we do,
Yeah.
so, you know.
Say, man. I just totally just got like warped into this whole scenario. Can you like, what the fuck is going on? Like, there's just here smiling hand, I'm the or king or whatever, dude. I guess he's gonna spawn me and out of fucking thin air, literally. I'm gonna just hooligans. Where am I?
You're in Fenrir's hold. This is the seat of power in Western's tallest, Lord Albert Holbrook. Is the lord of this city, but
But this asshole mayor guy.
yes, I understand that Lord
So
Albert.
this is his district or like
This is
power?
his town, city.
But
And he has
his reign doesn't go past the city.
well, he's the lord of pretty much all of Western Tallest. Everyone sort of respects his rule, and Lord Albert in kind protects them with the Palastian truce, 6,000 of which he has taken to Beniavets to combat the Lesterov rebellion. And
What's it? Lester?
the Lesterov
Lesterov.
rebellion, yes.
Okay, so,
This is all new to me, bro. Sorry.
so I got questions on
I'll
this.
take it.
Why? What are they rebelling against? What's the last round's beef?
Good question.
Unfortunately, I'm not keen on the politics of the land. I deal with the supernatural threats,
Cool.
but
Supernatural threats.
Like the dragons.
Oh, that crazy shit. Oh,
Okay,
but as far as I understand it, they are a moderately powerful family who have allied themselves with the lords of Lothainland to the north in some effort to depose either Lord Albert or King Lars of their rule, as most rebellions are keen on accomplishing. But as to why, I have no clue. I have no earthly idea.
So do you know a lot of people in this town? Like, yeah.
I have not. I've been on my own for quite some time. This is actually my first time back in Fenrir's Hold. 10 years?
So you don't know like shirtless Keith or Evan or whatever
The
that.
name does not ring a bell. It does not, I'm sorry. As you're having this conversation, actually, you do notice a few of the Royal Guard come in. And they seem to just, they have, one of them is holding a few papers under an arm, the other has a hammer and nail, and they go around to a couple of different posts and begin nailing something out.
We got another edict.
Well, I guess I'll definitely assume the edict is dictating that we must live for our lives.
So this one is actually not an edict, but as you get up to read it,
Gonna be a wanted poster.
it doesn't have any picture, any painting. It just says
Is there any like old headline?
information on Lord Winter, how Rook is acquired, and any information on Lord Winter, how Rook will be repaid in a sum decided by Mayor Kierkegaard. And that is all. There's no other. It is signed by the mayor's office. You can see a little decree, little stamp bearing the mayor's sigil as well.
But like Winter, Halbrook?
Lord, yeah,
Yeah,
Lord,
well, I-
Lord Winter Halbrook.
I know Lord Albert Halbrook.
What are those somber?
It's a good lead. Interesting.
I guess the question would be more, why would be somebody in the royal family that would be wanted and or what?
By the mayor. It's a good stuff.
Well, it seems that putting up more things, I believe it might be best to retire and disappear for the evening.
Where should we go?
I
know you don't know.
You said evening. What's the time of day right now?
right now it's getting closer into the evening. It's about 8 o'clock.
So that's
Yeah, yeah. And now that it is winter, it has been dark for several hours.
It's getting cold.
He watches Bellfire. It's just kind of been kind of eyeing the guards walking around and nailing at posts. Gets up and kind of kind of nods to the couple tables back.
Okay, what's he looking at over there? What's going on?
I do not know how much longer I can stay in this city. I have business that requires me to leave.
Well, I understand. We are either looking to go into, I think it was Lithuanian or, I can't find the other one here.
If you are hoping to reach Lord Albert and inquire as to what he knows, your best bet would be to head to Nives.
That was the other place, Benavitz, it was Lithuanian and Benavitz.
If you are, however, looking to find more information on or from those who would know more about the Fae, there is a man in Meskitsa who might be able to help you.
Meskitsa?
Meskitsa is a mountain city.
Oof.
You follow the edge of the lake around until you get to the base of the mountains, and there is a winding staircase. well, the safest of routes, but there is a monastery there.
Okay. Well, we wish you luck in your travels. If we ever get the ability to cast a message to you, we'll send you a message to see what's up.
He watches the guard, the royal guards have exited, and you watch Spellfire gets up as he leaves. He takes a look at. There may be 3 or so that they nailed up. As he passes by each one, he just. And he leaves.
What a badass.
Fuck the man. Let him. He is awesome. Okay, now, recalling, because I was pretty tired last week. Recalling last week, though, it was the Nine-Nines. Was one of the cities. There was 2 places we had to go. One was for Lord Albert, and the other one was to fucking chase shirtless Kevin.
Yes.
Clothless Leonard.
Half naked Nathan.
Half naked Nathan. Just gonna start throwing out random fucking names for this fucking guy now.
So,
Because I can never remember. Like, I have a note here that just says, Jack's here to help. Also, I have a note, the next note says, Jack also knows the location of Thalia Grave. And I'm just like, who the fuck is Jack?
that's crossing games.
Yeah, it really is.
That's from.
Yeah, it's crossing.
Oh, is this a
Ninja party? Ninja party.
That's why I know this fucking.
Get that out of here.
That's a ninja party, bro.
Oh, damn. So this shit don't make no sense.
So you remember that Lord Albert Halbrook took 6,000 troops to Benivitz to bolster the defenses there from the northern invasion, and then Topless Keith was going to Miskitso with the associate.
And Membrino.
Macarena is also in. Yeah.
Yep, it says
I love it because I have
There it is.
no idea what half the shit is in this. I'm like,
All these things. It's cool. Yeah, I'll ride it. Yeah. At this point, you are now in the tavern. You notice you are fairly hungry. You haven't eaten anything since before killing Deatha. It's been probably about
We're in a tavern right now.
probably
Let's sit
about
down
3
and order
days.
food.
Yeah, it's probably been about 3 days
Yeah,
since you've
man.
eaten anything.
I don't really ever like appetizers, like drinks, and a course meal, or ball. I bought a shiny sword, bro.
Yeah. For a full meal for the table, it's going to cost 6 silver.
For everybody?
Sorry,
Or per person?
6 gold total.
Total?
And that's going to be
I'm trying to be well fed, so at least I have like 2 big drinks and like appetizers.
I'm upstairs with my
So
you're not even-
whatever.
Yeah, you're
message
starting.
him.
Some grown up boys.
I got you.
Who are you messaging?
I got you, bro.
Messaging Morty.
Morty, bring me some food.
I got you, bro. I got some fish and chips right here, bro.
Fish and chips. So we get at the tavern. Okay, well, I guess I'm worried about the 6 gold.
I need a thing, so I got.
And with that, the evening is yours. You're free to do what you'd like.
I got those 2 sandwiches.
I got the whole table.
Oh, you fucking cup of tab. Even better, bro. I get another drink.
2,494.
Yeah, y'all are pretty stacked right now.
Does it include the 8?
Cut to me now.
Oh,
Yeah.
Eight.
So in your room, what are you?
Well, I'm taking a quick break from scribing. And I'm going to summon Friendly Loy.
I must converse with you, sir.
Wait, can I do comprehend languages to understand what these means?
Are you comprehending languages to understand hand?
Yes.
Whatever.
I want to speak English with you, dog.
You can. It's interesting because it is a flesh hand, and you know, in a similar way that whenever you see someone who's sick, their face is pale. This hand, the hand looks fairly pale at the moment.
Well, I would certainly like more than just yes or no answers. God damn it. Why are you so sick, huh?
It kind of zooms over to you, and it like goes from like your mouth to your stomach, and just zooms back and just goes.
Oh, you're hungry? Well, maybe you'll get some food. Give me some answers. How can I get proper answers from you?
Zooms back over to your mouth, to your stomach, zooms back.
Has Morty brought me my food?
As you're doing this, you hear a knock on the door.
It's not even more yet. I just said some animals I conjured. Just feed them. They're waiters.
There's some like
Here's-
clawing at the door.
Yeah.
Like, oh, what's this?
You open the door and you see there's like
Just imagine Alvin and Chipmunks basically,
Yeah.
except
Three
they can't
chipmunks.
talk.
Three
yeah,
They're just carrying a
three
plate.
chipmunks are like hoisting this silver platter of food.
Who's getting the best head? I don't know. Thanks for the food.
I shall eat.
Oh, that is so much better. Thank you, that's very kind.
You're welcome. I do what I do, you know?
Oh,
Okay. So,
One of the chipmunks is asking me for a tip.
Yeah, there's just like one chipmunk that's just kind of holding up a little like.
man. Rupert needs some food.
This is Like this.
Give it to Rupert.
Are you are they spiritual or are they just?
I told them to like, but they're like, that's their personality.
You watch the other two chipmunks just
They're pretty
dart out of there as you're holding one of them, and Rupert kind of
Just demolishes it. Yes.
snacks on this chipmunk over in the corner.
Good boy.
Fucking metal man.
Yeah.
Come back to me.
Two of them come back.
Yo, what happened to that other boy? Dumbass.
You watch as they just kind of like one like kind of sobs underneath his shoulder.
And now you can
Yeah.
banish them away.
Yeah, they're banished.
Stuff just poof out of it.
I said dumbass.
Just poof out of existence.
As soon as I said dumbass, he just.
They take two steps and like they're obviously very sad chipmunks and they just.
Okay.
And that was Alvin because he was always a fucking idiot in the show.
I need you to tell me everything you know about your brother.
I mean, it's a lie.
Well, stuff I might need to know.
Well, oh gosh. I mean, he used to be a really good guy, you know? I mean, he was.
I don't care if
Smile
you're a
all the
good guy. I need to know stuff that will help me find him and what he can do and what he knows.
Well, he likes shadows. He likes shadows a lot. If you ever see a shadow, I mean, there's a chance he might be there. Probably not. He can't be in every shadow at once, but he would certainly try. And he likes toys. He has a lot of them.
What kind of toys? Like phallic in nature.
What does phallic mean?
Ha! Listen, dog, I think you know you're a hand.
Is it
Come on.
like a dragon?
Sure. Oh, speaking of, why does he have his pet dragon?
Well, that was another thing. He was wanting to become stronger. And, well, one day, out of nowhere, a dragon showed up. A tiny little baby dragon. It was so cute. And he asked Mom if we could keep it as a pet. And, well, she said yes. I think she regretted it.
Who's your mom?
Oh. You don't know?
I know.
Oh, she's wonderful. She's tall, likes to wear cloaks and all that fun stuff. She's really nice. She's really sweet. She's a good mom.
She's still alive.
Oh yeah. I
Okay,
haven't
well,
seen her in a long time.
Who is she, bro?
Her name's the Raven Queen. But I just call her Mom.
Makes sense. So, where is your mom?
Well, that's the thing. I don't know. I think he did something.
What do you do?
I don't know. But, I went looking for her. I never did find her. But I know she's out there. I know she is. She's pretty powerful, too.
Out there, like, you gotta give me something, man. I can't just let you be inside me all the time and not know nothing.
Well, I'm doing my best.
I understand.
I mean, do you have any specific questions? I can probably answer something if you have any questions, but...
You don't know anything about this dragon other than he had a dragon?
It was green,
Okay.
and... well... I don't know if he had any others, but... yeah.
Okay.
Triggered.
Listen, bro. You don't know what I went on at all.
She just didn't come home one day.
From where?
She was out talking to some people, some humans. They were wanting our help. There was something about a curse, and they wanted her help in breaking it. And she is pretty powerful, so she left to go and rid this curse.
Left to go where?
To Valley.
Valley? That's a place? Or a land form?
Oh, it's a place. It's the capital.
Okay, do you know who these humans were?
No, I was very young at the time. She didn't like to tell me about her business. But, yeah.
Damn, bro. You don't have any way to talk to your brother? Know anything about your brother? Or anything?
I mean, I could try to talk to him.
You know what? Just do it. Just do it.
It might take some time.
How much time?
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll spend the evening trying to talk to him. I'll let you know if I hear anything in the morning.
Okay. Sounds good. I love you.
Oh, I love you too.
I love you. Okay. Let us know if you find anything. And important stuff.
Okay.
Okay.
Good night, Blackman.
Good night.
Yes.
Yeah.
I shall play with Rupert, love on him some more, and then go back to my writing.
You're studying. Make an animal handling check real quick.
Ten.
10. Yeah. I mean, Rupert is not very responsive as far as pets go. Just kind of, it's kind of like a cat. Like you'll throw something, and Rupert will kind of like look at it, look back at you, and then 5 minutes later, then Rupert will go and get whatever you threw. So he kind of just wants to do his own thing, but it's amusing, and Rupert seems to be just moderately aware of your existence.
Does Rupert making noises?
So none of it.
Quick question. How dragons are intelligent, correct?
Yes.
How old do they have to be like pretty intelligent?
Make an intelligence check.
That's a question. 16.
16. You're moderately aware of the kind of lifespan of dragons. They live to be several hundred years old. Rupert, while you have not obviously handled dragons before, this is one of the first dragons that anyone has ever had this close of contact with in hundreds of years. Your best guess is that Rupert is less than 2 weeks old and likely won't gain any sort of communication skill until after about 2 months or so.
Alright.
Until then, Rupert is likely just going to act more on animal instincts, and because dragons will spend the first maybe 2 months of their lives learning how to survive and
Let
with
him
themselves.
suckle at my teeth.
You take 3 points of piercing damage as Rupert
Oh,
blasts down.
Like,
He's a tiny little.
I'd give him like venom or something.
I mean, it is.
like a champ.
It is acid damage, as it's kind of seeping through and burning away at the skin around your nipple, and you have more or less a burnt areola now.
I still love you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well.
And what are the rest of you doing?
I guess after finishing my food, I would have just. Well,
It's fish and chips and chips. I tip the waiter.
The little
Oh, it's on his tab, so.
you said you tipped the way. I already paid for the food.
I give us 2 gold because he's champ.
the way
It's fish and chips and chips.
the waiter looks like a the waiter looks like a kind of actually looks a little bit like a student. He's wearing kind of not nice robes, but seemingly as though he belongs to some sort of university in town or something. And he kind of, thank you, sir. That's wonderfully kind of you. Thank you very much. No, thank you.
Word, man. Slip.
What? What?
Oh, whatever, man.
Okay, great. I'm gonna go look at the customers over there. Have a good evening. And he toddles off. Yes.
Could we get the, like, do you have rooms here?
Yes, upstairs. I can talk to them.
Well, yeah, we would like to get the, do you want to double up on the rooms, or just,
Bro, you cover me on food, man. I got you on the room, man. Well, you got me.
well,
Real
so,
food. Are these rooms like double bed or single bed?
There are 2 beds per room, so y'all can do 3.
Who wants to sleep with me?
I'll stay in the room with you.
Okay, I just want to let you know, so when you walk in, you see Reaper suckling at my teeth. I don't want to cry.
Crying.
It's gonna be 5 silver per room for the.
We would like, 3 rooms that are on the same wall. So like side by side, preferably.
Yeah, I can do that. Do you wanna pay here or at the
Oh,
counter?
Okay,
or-
right here, man.
Okay, yeah, I'll go ahead and take it up to
I'll take care of the coverage for my folks right here.
Oh, thank you, Lord. Yeah. Wait, 15 silver for 3 rooms.
So one gold is 10 silver.
Let's give him 2 gold. Tell him to keep it change.
Once again, wonderfully kind people. Please do come back to the Soldier's Pig. I'm gonna go and get those rooms set up for you. Do you want any other, any writing utensils or anything I can get you?
Is there anything y'all felt your brothers need?
No, I am good. I'm alright. I'm just going to
Appreciate you.
get the keys.
Oh, there's the key.
Thank you, sir.
And he hands the other 2 keys out. Or the other 1 key since Platinum already had a room. Well, I'm going to go and hit the other customers. Please do enjoy your stay. Let me know if I can do anything else for you.
I have my keys, somebody go to Latimer's room, so stay in his room.
And
I'm sorry, what's your character name again?
Sarah. Man. From the king.
Okay,
Kind of slow.
well, I mean, okay, I'm really just trying to get the size of the dragon race on your kit. Just going.
Nestling hands.
He's dumb, man.
I would like to inform you that might not be the best course of action to take when training him. Because you're teaching him that your blood and flesh is good. It's not. You want to teach him that
Other people's blood and flesh.
exactly.
I need to find a little bitch boyfriend.
Well, hold up.
Damn.
Don't have to be that brutal, but if we you know,
If you find Topless Keith, he's gonna get what's
Topless Keith can get 4 of his fingers eaten.
Good.
It's a deal.
Piss boy.
We'll have him eat his penis too.
Good.
Good shit.
If he even has one. Freaking loser.
Exactly. Piece boy.
Probably wouldn't feed
Now,
that much.
now, did you learn anything about the situation here?
Well, as I said, he's kind of slow. He had a mom. She was the Raven Queen.
Would
Make a religion check.
She was last seen in Valley.
I would know that one.
advantage because he knows that.
You would not get advantage.
So
And
religion.
smiling
Oh,
gates
it's
like
religion.
shadows and
That's
trees.
history.
It's 18.
You would recognize the name of the Raven Queen. Not necessarily in the pantheon of Paulist, definitely separate from the different religions of outside of Craterism. Particularly coming from the eastern coast of Moros, the Raven Queen and other Fey creatures and Fey archetypes were not, they're more relics of Noros. So you are familiar with the Raven Queen.
Cool. Cool. I would know that she's pretty, of the Fae, she would be like the Fae.
Yes, you would understand that in the hierarchy she is,
Essentially, you have the Prince of All just chilling inside your body right now.
Well,
So,
again, kind of
on the flip side, that would be a little bit nicer to him. Because, you know, if we happen to save his mom too, it would be real unfortunate if he was like, hey, by the way, this guy who's been helping me is just the fucking biggest prick.
Hey, I told him I loved him. So I think we're solid.
Did you mean it though?
Yes.
Okay. As long as it came from the heart.
Of course.
Did it come from the heart?
Are you lying or are you? You can make an insight check on him, and then you can roll to either. If you're lying, you can roll to
To tell the truth.
12. Are you telling the truth?
Yeah. I do. He is within me at all times.
Yes.
So.
Well, as someone who has recently come to be in contact with a big entity like that, I can understand what you mean. But selling on the love line is a little bit of, you know, cryptic. But whatever.
Yes.
So, where do you think we should go? We either need to go check out this whole, like, rebellion thing, or we need to go check out where Keith went, or we need to go talk to Halibard, or... There's like fucking 8 places we could go right now. I think like 2 of them are the same place though.
Most outcome. Because I don't want to be in the city anymore. It sucks dick.
This city is pretty shitty. Well, which one would be the closest?
Probably Meskitsa.
And that's where Keith went. That was the only thing that was there, right? Was just Keith. No, there was something else there. Halibard was there too.
Halibard is in Calhaven.
No, he's in Calhaven? Oh, yeah, that's right. He's in Calhaven. Spent too much time getting here.
There was the monastery in Meskitsa.
Oh yeah, that was the for the Fae. That was the other thing in this case.
Do you think
Well,
this
no,
boy would be of value to us?
it's not so much Piss Boy that I think would be the value to us. I think it's the person that Piss Boy made the run with. Because the mayor dude was going to put us in contact with that chick, or person, I don't know, to put us in contact with Simon. But that person took my key. That key's gone.
Okay.
So I'm serious, we're totally going to let your dragon eat through his fingers.
Oh yeah. I'm fine with that. He sucks.
Good.
Okay, yeah.
I'm going to bed now.
That seems good. Okay. I'm gonna sit in darkness and write.
Because I have enhanced dark vision, I can do that.
I wouldn't stay up for too long.
Don't tell me what to do, Mom. Yeah.
Does anyone else wanting to do anything before you take a long rest? With that, the night passes, and in the morning you awake slightly chilly as the winter air comes through it comes through the window, it comes in through some of the slats, and altogether though in the tavern it is decently warm. Vladimir, when you awake, as you're looking up, you can kind of see, and though you're able to see in the darkness, you kind of have to let your eyes adjust for a second. Go ahead and make a perception check for me. 20. You notice directly above the bed, on the ceiling in front of you, as you're laying up, it's a kind of carved into the wood.
Oh. I thought he was actually there above me. I was like,
There's just a smiley face carved into the wood above the bed.
Okay. Friendly boy. Come in.
Oh, good morning, Vladimir. How are you doing?
You see that?
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah. Did you talk to your brother?
I tried. Well, see, the thing is, and this is kind of what he did whenever we were growing up, is if he didn't want to talk, he'd hide. He's pretty good at hiding.
Why doesn't he want talking?
I don't know. I tried to, I would ask him, but obviously he's not responding.
Okay. Well, and I'm assuming he knows where I am at all times, since you're in me. Because we don't know where he is at all times.
Well, I think he's just stronger than me.
Okay, well, since he is your brother, you would like me to know his motives, perhaps? I mean, what drives him?
He doesn't really like other people a whole lot. And he likes himself quite a bit. So, I don't know. I don't know a whole lot about people. I know a lot about jokes.
Okay, tell me a joke.
Oh, you're gonna like this one. Okay, knock knock.
Who's there?
Banana.
Banana.
Okay, knock knock.
Who's there?
Banana.
Okay, banana.
Oh boy, knock knock.
Who's there?
Orange.
Orange juice.
Orange, you glad I didn't say banana.
You really cracked me up.
Oh, thanks, buddy. Thanks, buddy.
Of course. But seriously though, I need to know my brother. Jesus Christ.
I assume at this point this conversation has woken me up.
Yes, it has.
It's like, yes, I literally, bro, don't think he knows. Like,
Damn it. Do you know anything else about your mom, perhaps?
She likes memories.
She likes memories?
Yeah, she's really interested in memories.
Why?
I don't know, I think that's just her thing.
I'm gonna history check on this bitch.
okay.
Because I don't know what's going on here. 21.
You've also read about the Raven Queen. You know that in the hierarchy of Fae, the Raven Queen is considered at the top of the hierarchy. You do know that being in the Feywild, she is generally worshipped by Elvenkind. And yeah, so you know that she, one of the Raven Queen's divine realms in the Shadowfell, which is where she resides, is the Fortress of Memories. And you recall in your studies that she is obsessed with collecting memories. Her interactions with the world of mortals are very scattered and don't really lay out a plan, a clear motivation or a clear desire from her. As sometimes she appears to be benevolent, and other times she appears to be vindictive. But in all cases, she appears to be intrigued with sort of housing this collective wealth of knowledge of mortal kind. It's at this point that, Demetrius, what room are you in? Who are you rooming with?
Probably him.
Oh, okay. It's at this point that, and I'm assuming that the both of you are awake at this point and kind of dressing for the day. Make a perception check, both of you.
18.
Make a perception check, okay?
Jeez. 14.
14?
11.
11. Neither of you are able to notice until at the very last second from the window a crossbow bolt flies right past and in between both of you. Hits the wall on the other side of the window.
I immediately just ready that up.
You get it, brother. As you're looking out on the like y'all are actually in this building right here. And your window is can you one of the doors? Your window is right there. So your window is right here. You are on the second story, and as you're looking out onto the street and the adjacent buildings next to you, you're unable to see from where the crossbow bolt came. Just that this crossbow bolt didn't come from outside. What do y'all do?
We should head downstairs.
Yeah.
We should definitely get out of this room.
Yeah.
Okay.
At least want to be in here.
All easily enough, y'all make your way downstairs. What do the rest of you do?
Well, I mean, did we hear anything happen or
Yeah,
not?
is this making a commotion?
Make a perception check.
Because I'm like, I'm in a separate room.
Mm-hmm.
He's got it now. One.
No. Yeah.
Double that one.
I mean, y'all hear the door maybe open and close, but other than that, no other sounds of commotion or anything.
Sounds like someone else.
It sounds like someone is leaving the room. But the two of you, Malachi and Demetrius, make your way downstairs.
What'd you get?
Oh,
11. You do hear some heavy footfalls and some kind of voices being thrown back and forth. You're not quite sure who the voices are. Just that people are kind of leaving, and it sounds like a hurry. You can hear that down the stairs. The two of you get down to the tavern, and you notice that there are a handful of patrons, maybe about three-quarter dozen or so in there, and eating their morning meals. There's a small scent of bacon and meats and mead being poured. And
So where on the first floor, the door be?
entrance. It's right there.
Don't have to wait. I would be heading downstairs anyways for breakfast.
Okay. As you make your way down, you see that Demetrius and Vladimir, are you coming down as well?
well, I'm gonna ask friendly boy one quick cue.
Okay. This is probably gonna be a big fat no, but can you get me into the Shadowfell? Is that what you said?
Oh, Shadowfell. Listen. Shadowfell is, how can I say this? Not of this world.
I understand, but
It will take a lot of power, and I don't know if I can do that right now. But your friend, his cloak can take you there.
which is
The little girl, the little tiefling girl, she can take you there.
okay then. Thank you.
Okay.
Love you.
I love you too.
Yeah, you do.
As y'all make your way downstairs, you notice that Demetrius and Malachi are downstairs and are seemingly agitated.
Looking a little tense.
Morty's making it slowly making it. Fashion, like,
What's up with you boys?
Well, somehow crossbow bolts just managed to fly
Okay, well, that's a little bit more concerning than what I was anticipating. Well, what do you want to do about it? I wanted breakfast, but if I have to hit people before breakfast, I guess I can. I'll be fine. I just want breakfast.
Now make it look down.
You know,
What's the whole
Maybe I want to shut that.
Oh shit.
He wants to get breakfast. I'm thinking about getting breakfast too.
You can go ahead and start.
Fucking man. Like,
the same young man who looks like he's a student comes over and is like, expedited, wonderful. Can I get anything else? Anything?
Scrambled with bacons.
Oh, wonderful.
Lots of bacons.
yeah, go ahead and get it expedited.
Can you put that in?
Yes.
You too, what do you like?
Biscuits. Bars, the whole.
Oh, I fuck with biscuits.
I got.
And you said, what you got?
I got it covered, man.
Text. Wonderful, wonderful. I trust you all. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Wonderful night's rest. I'll get those orders in.
Am I able to conjure like cats or something like small animals? Like something like two, possibly one.
Yeah, we'll say that they find their way in.
So no, I want one to kind of like stake outside, like some of the crossroads. I kind of like stake over eat breakfast.
But you have to keep watch.
Yeah, keep on watch. Something like low key. Something looks kind of plain sight.
Usually, if you're able to you're able to control that animals that's outside, and there's now two cats who are kind of controlling.
One that kind of like sit there on the top of the perch.
Make perception checks for both of them. It's a +4 for both.
I'm also going to order a slab of raw beef.
Raw beef. You eat raw beef?
Yes.
Okay, strange
You
diet.
really gonna judge me, bro?
No, I will not judge.
First one's 12. Second one's 22.
Okay.
I guess biscuits.
I'll say the first one is perched up on top of where it is.
Yeah, and it is a 2-story building, so it would be able to get up to.
So is there like any type of awning in this building?
Yeah.
So is there any type of awning?
There is kind of a smattering of barrels next to a wagon that can probably hop up on maybe about 5 feet out. So it can probably be up there.
You're rolling down before that? Get up to
No, that'd be easily enough to be able to get there.
Like I said, it's not like so. I'll let perch up on the first floors and you get super high. Only them two kind of listen. What else?
Easily enough, the food comes out and you're able to enjoy your morning meals.
What's outside of this kind of perch?
From outside the door, you hear a
Is it supposed to be cat?
sounds like a few human voices shouting. And then you hear some running.
Oh God. Is my eggs come yet?
Yeah, the food has come out, and you're all currently in the middle of eating.
How much have I eaten per se?
About 3/4 of it.
So weird. Hey, yo, bro. ASAP, to go, bro.
Yes, I'll go get some boxes. One moment.
Yeah. You
We'll pick up later.
As
I drop a coin. Start heading out the door.
he starts to move, you watch as he kind of like starts walking to the back, and as he opens a door, you watch it as a few citizens from seemingly outside, just kind of like who have like run from the kitchen, kind of shove past him and are looking to just find a way to get inside. You see a couple of them move over and start hiding next to tables.
Great. Yes. I guess I'll go out in the street and see what the commotion is.
Make a perception check.
Alright, and I'm also
Sure.
so.
You gotta make a
Yeah.
separate one.
Quick question.
Yes.
How long does it take to get Daddy's side?
Um,
Or is that like an
Let me check real quick.
13.
This is probably going to be a big fight.
Just going down, bro. Like,
It's very hard to have like
but I hope we have.
citizens who just bust down doors to come inside. That usually entails something in the street that's worthy of not being in the streets anymore.
Those fuckers really take my fucking Benedict.
Just take my Benedict, you bastards!
Say, over the evening, you were able to, if you wanted to spend an hour, you could bring Daddy's stuff back. Yeah, or this morning, over your meal. So Daddy's stuff, the octopus appears.
I miss you so much.
And you're now wearing. You watch as Rupert kind of comes around and is just kind of like pawing at Daddy Suck.
Play nice.
I'm gonna give Rupert his beef.
Easily enough, he chomps it down. So yeah,
So 13 natural 20.
natural 20.
What is this natural
So as
Oh
you
yeah, natural 20 plus 5. So
20? Well, which one are you?
20. Yes.
Well,
that's
we're
all.
leaving out,
Those two
I'll rock the blues, so it's not Morty right there. I was ahead of time, so or not first.
So you all watch, or well, I guess you two watch as you see maybe about 12 or so citizens running full speed, full sprint past you along the street and further down towards the Great Quarters, or the
So they're this way?
the Great Street. Yeah,
So they're going-
further down. They're
So
running.
they're
down.
going this way, okay.
Yeah.
So the
And-
problem is that way.
And Morty, you notice that and it's difficult to see. Actually, go ahead. It's very difficult to see, but in the corner of your eye, jumping from rooftop to rooftop, kind of going from one rooftop to the roof of the end, just sort of a flash of a figure, and you hear the both of you hear a few instances of crossbow bolts being fired.
I'm gonna go and pull my shield up.
Okay.
I'm just gonna holler into the place. Guys, we got the situation outside.
I'll pull my shield out.
Okay. You coming out ready? And Malachi?
Yeah.
Everybody coming outside?
Yeah.
Okay. You make your way outside.
Word, bro, I heard the crossbow bolts that way, man.
So you make your way outside. It looks as though the Royal Guard, you see maybe 4 or 5 guards dead or bleeding out on the street.
Over here?
Yeah, just in this general area.
Is this a rebellion?
What? That's what you get for hating magic. Not that I am magical or anything.
Now listen, at this point, I'm going to tell you, this will be the moment where I turn around and look at Vladimir and go, fuck the rules for a minute. This is an important thing. Don't kill innocent people.
Fuck, okay.
But if they have a crossbow and they look like they're going to shoot us,
Okay.
unless they're guards, then we'll try to talk it out for a sec.
There's a sudden low rumbling that you hear like thunder in the distance. And then you see coming around the corner a familiar sight. Shit. I'll drop it.
City.
And
Who did Somebody gave him a fucking ring. It was like, hey guy, we're here. You should come fuck with us.
What are you wearing?
He showed you.
in dark armor.
So
Oh, is
If
it?
you see a familiar
it's
Death Knight,
yes. I was about to say, is it the knight from the forest, the tree?
it looks like it is.
That's perception. So
Yeah, looking around, is there any other ones, or is it just him?
From right now, you are only able to see just him.
I yelled at my kitties and I them to kind of get away from danger.
They seem to
Instantly notice.
respond.
Because the one that had
Battle time.
going to perception,
Going
so I'm pretty sure that
over to here.
the one that's on the ledge, I'm pretty sure saw him.
Yeah,
So yeah, so
this is a Death Knight.
You remember the big black knights that were fucking up our shit in
So-
the Smiling King town?
Outside the hovel.
Yeah, you were gone.
Yeah.
So these guys literally almost killed all
we'll
of
have
us
Kitty
in about
number 2 go towards back behind,
Yeah.
and Kitty number 1 is to be, well, this is 1, so number 2 is gonna be perched on top. So
With that, I need everyone to roll initiative.
okay. Oh shit! I gotta roll 3.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Okay. So 20 to 25.
There's that's gonna be +3.
So let's see.
15 to 20.
16.
Morty's 19. Cat 1, 18.
Nice.
Kitties.
Oh, yes. What'd you roll? What'd you roll?
14.
Mm-hmm.
And then what did you roll? 11.
10.
This is gonna be fun.
All right. So at the top of the round, we'll start off with Morty. And I'm sorry, which one? What did Cat 2 roll?
8.
All right.
Tattoos fucked.
All right. So Morty. Yeah, you see coming on and just kind of the slow hulking, taking its time. Sword drawn, or sorry, sword and shield drawn, and a towering figure, maybe about 8.5 feet tall, in full plate armor.
I use my action to pull out my short bow.
Okay.
No, I caught it the other day.
Sure. Any movement and bonus actions?
I'm just gonna hold my ground and use my action to hold. Ready my shot.
Cat 1.
Cat 1, he's, there was Isaiah, he's just gonna, I'm gonna try to have him stealth since he's a cat, just run to the swim wall.
Sure. Go ahead and roll a stealth check and then.
No, just actually, so, 12.
12.
No, 14.
14? Gotcha. Alright, good to know. And then go ahead and.
Where are you moving to?
So
To the wall? Because that was only 20 feet of your movement.
20 feet and cats have 40, so it's gonna go, it's kind of like 5 feet away from the wall. That's like, right there.
Okay. Zarek, it's gonna be your move.
That's not right. Wait, never mind. That's actually never mind. That's feet. I thought it was actions. It's just feet.
Come on.
You're good. Continue. Little part.
5, 10, 20, 25.
just hammering this guy.
I mean, trust me, if we don't nuke one before the other ones show up, we're all gonna die.
That's what I'm like,
We have
hold
to
my ground.
fucking ruin this guy.
I am ready for when everyone tries to corner us. I am ready
Okay.
for this fucker.
So,
Come at me, bro.
for my first attack, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna hit him with my tail.
Okay. Roll for an attack. Okay.
That's gonna be a 19.
And it does not hit.
Damn, that's right, this motherfucker's on
Yeah.
20. It's fucking stacked, full plate armor. Fucking cocks. Second one is 22.
That does hit.
So that is 12 damage. He needs to make a con save because it wasn't against my tail.
Home did the same shit last time to you.
And it reminded me that I have fucking poison damage.
Yo,
This is
Faja.
a
Con save.
con save.
16.
Yeah, he's gonna get 16.
Okay, I'm not gonna spend a key point. I'm just gonna use my bonus action to unarmed strike.
Okay.
It's 20.
20 does not hit.
That's it for me.
Gotcha. As you get closer and you're in one, your tail does connect. You feel this strange, high-pitched hum after connecting with his armor. You do ping, and while you do some damage, it doesn't really. How much damage was it?
It was 12.
12. Okay.
Magical damage.
Yeah.
Because of my cool ass thing that I got from my tail forever ago. And once I got it, I stopped using my tail.
And it's going to bring us to its attack. He is going to. Gotta look up spells, cause I forgot what that did.
Hell yeah. Started divinity on tactician.
You watch as he raises his sword high, you hear this deep guttural. What language do you speak?
Speak infernal, dwarvish, and abyssal.
You hear this deep guttural but still somewhat beautiful language uttered as the tip of his sword kind of catches the white just so, and then in the blink of an eye, boom, brings the sword down.
What language are you speaking?
What language do you speak?
Celestial, abyssal, draconic.
You do not understand. It's going to be a 21 to hit.
It's
Yeah. And he has cast Staggering Smite.
figured that's what it was.
It's going to be 12 points of slashing damage. Plus. Plus 19 points of necrotic halved, so 9 points of necrotic damage.
So 12 and 9.
Yeah. And then in a sudden blink of an eye, he's gonna 2 more. And that's gonna be a 17 plus 11 to hit,
Yep, that one hits.
plus that was kind of a 13.
Second one misses.
Yeah.
First one hits.
It's gonna be another 7 points slashing.
Well, the smite's only for the next hit.
Yeah, so the smite is hitting on this one.
The smite hit on the last one. So he's casting it again?
No, the smite hits on the next attack.
He hit me, but he hit it. He already hit me with the damage from it. He wouldn't get the damage a second time.
No, he hasn't hit you with the damage.
Ah,
yeah.
okay.
Yes.
I thought that was the extra necrotic damage.
24 half, so an extra 12 points plus 46.
God, please do it. You don't have any idea how happy you're about it.
14 points.
I'm unconscious.
You watch as in an instant, Zarek is taken down and knocked unconscious by two
I'm doing
swift
everything I can to die at this
attacks.
Oh no.
And that's going to bring us to from above. You watch as one figure kind of up on the opposite building leans over and quickly with a crossbow is going to take a shot at whoever White is.
That's you.
It's going to be... That's not... what's your AC?
Almost 20 now.
I don't know. Yeah, it's not going to hit as it goes wide. But...
You can also use spell lock, but anyhow.
Okay, so it's going to be next turn. And that's going to bring us to Vladimir. It's your turn. You watch as this guy leans over with a hand crossbow and fires off a bolt that kind of skitters past next to your feet.
Alright. Skull spells. I'm going to fireball to get both of these boys, and then my ring of fireball to do it again.
Okay.
Fuck their day up.
Go for it. It's a dex save for both fireball, and they are both going to fail miserably, so they take full damage.
Good. Alright, I'm gonna give me the keys. Yeah.
Yeah, those are mine. I'm gonna give you spirit energy.
Do the order roll the lowest, or it's just straight roll?
Or straight
Yeah, straight roll.
You're not a sorcerer, you can't have magic. Also, you can only sculpt one not to hit me.
So just one?
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Oh my god, you've done said it.
do that damage for one.
No, that's just
Yeah.
one.
Okay.
No, it's cool.
Yeah, it's fucking man.
30.
30 points of damage to. Let's see, it's a.
These two.
So those two.
You can't hit enough to kill me, so
Yeah.
like it's impossible for you to roll 56 damage.
Nothing is impossible if you believe.
You'd have to have like a couple of extra d6s.
And then 24.
24 more.
And 2 failed saves.
That does quite a bit of damage to not only the figure up on top, but you have now blasted a large crater into the side of this building, and you can see from the inside a few of the citizens fleeing as the charred embers of melted stone. Cat one is definitely
Not one, but two.
But did they look pretty fucked up a little bit.
It's hard to tell as that figure on top of the roof is about 30 feet up, but the night.
Fall 56 points in because I.
Actually, we'll go ahead and make it a steady save for him. He is actually going to fall.
Yeah.
He kind of jitters falls, and that's going to be 3d10 damage as he's falling from 30 feet up.
Yeah, it's one story, right? Yeah. What's the second story? 2 stories.
This building is actually 3 stories.
Oh,
Yeah, so he's going to take 3d10. That's going to be. You watch as he kind of slips and falls, unable to save his balance, and he kind of. And as he falls on one of the outcropping ledges of like the second floor, you can watch as his head
Is he your range when he falls? Give me my crossbow.
So he's dead. He's dead.
and he dies.
He dies a lot. Okay.
Falls to the ground.
Take that.
Shoot him just like that while he's hanging.
Oh, there.
That's gonna bring us to Malachi.
So what have I just missed here?
So
I
in
mean,
the span of a handful of seconds, you watch this Death Knight come around, Zarek sprint up, give us all a whack of the tail, and in immediate response, 2 blinding strikes with searing bright light, and Zarek falls to the ground. And then directly after that, Vladimir, one in each hand, these 2 fireballs blast off and cascading around the unconscious body and the well-plated knight. Basically, this whole alley is on fire. Not to mention this 3-story building that, about from the 2nd floor to the 3rd floor to the roof, has a large crater, a large burning crater now on the side, and immediately after is a man who appears to have fallen from the roof, hit his head, and cracked his skull open, and then the blood is now pouring onto the streets, into the cobblestone.
That's right.
Bloody fire now.
Oh yeah.
Yes! One of my characters can ascertain Zarek's will.
You can make a perception check.
Are you in the vision?
Is anyone blue?
I'm blue. I'm ready in the courtyard. So,
I think so. Agree.
Sure.
so you
You
can move up.
Yeah.
You can move up right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
17.
Yeah, you're able to see pretty accurately that Zarek is unconscious, and while his body is not on fire, you can see that some of his robes have begun to catch flame. Amidst the because it basically, let me go ahead. Basically, all of right here. And he's dead. All of right here and all of right here.
Yeah.
you see me on fire?
It looks as though his metal is burning, but he does not seem to care. But basically, that whole alleyway is now engulfed in flame.
All right. Excellent. Not excellent. I'm going to move to like 15 feet. I'm going to move 40 feet. And then I'm going to use one of my Eldritch kick on the stabilize.
You are stabilized.
Say 20 feet.
You come back to life, and you can feel your skin begin to heat up a little bit as some of your garments have caught fire. But it's going to be your actions, you still have the bonus action, and any more movement if you have any.
It's like 5 feet.
I'm gonna move back 5 feet.
And then grab Zarek out of the fire.
Is he in the fire?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's currently in the fire.
Right. Would I be able to grab him?
That would be an action.
Okay.
Oh,
But yeah, you have to do that on your next turn.
I'm gonna go ahead and just use my bonus action to use another, expend another when I use my Eldritch kick on him.
Zerg.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
So,
Roll for HP on that.
okay.
You have the healer feat, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's getting 14.
Suddenly feel this rejuvenated spirit bring life back into you.
And yeah. Well, I think I still have an item interaction, right?
You would have expended that with, yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's me.
What were we planning on doing?
Just gonna draw my hand crossbow.
For a hand crossbow, I'll go ahead and say that that's a free action. We'll be able to fire it, but you can go ahead and ready it.
Cool.
So, and that's going to bring us to Demetrius' your turn.
And I'll take a shot at him.
Roll for an attack. 3. Yeah, it's going to ping right off his armor. It doesn't even seem to. He doesn't even seem to really register the arrow as it skirts off his armor and flies further into the flaming alleyway. Sure, go ahead. Another one flies off. Do you have any other bonus actions?
No.
And you said, do you have any more movement that you want to expend, or is that going to be all your movement? Gotcha. You're good, just on the outskirts of flames there. Again, from above, watch as the figure kind of loops up. I'm going to take another shot at you. Go ahead and try. It's going to be... Yeah, it's going to be a 16 to hit. It's going to hit. Just because fires off and it seems to miss a little bit. And then he is going to take 2 steps back.
Is he on the roof or is
He is.
the building?
Currently, you just watched the figure jump from one roof to the next, and you are no longer able to see the figure. It looks like he is backed up. And it's going to bring us to cat number 2. What is cat number 2 doing?
This one right here. You know what? Fuck it. He's just gonna go on the side. Just jump in the fire because he's like, fuck this shit. And just scram on the call because he has nothing else to do.
Roll for an attack.
It's a 1d1. For a call attack for a cat. For a cat call attack. It's a 1d1. It's a 1d1. It's just one.
One, but you like still have to roll for an attack.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just I think I'm about to roll for damage. I'm like, no, misses. Just jumps in mid-fire. I didn't know this. It was inspired by Zurich.
The cat takes 4 points of fire damage
Oh shit.
as its fur catches on fire, and I believe this cat is now dead.
It was inspired, but it lived a good life. I saw its brother get incinerated by fireball, so.
It's gonna bring us back up to Morty. It's your turn.
Here you go, here's your D4 back. Oh, my turn. I'm gonna go ahead and I have my short bow out now. Cause I'm doing the shield. I'm gonna go ahead and just pop arrow or fucker.
And where
The big one.
which one are you making?
Oh, the
Blue. Oh yeah. Go ahead and make an attack.
I think this is 17.
17 is not hit.
I don't think I can get a plus on that. Yeah, not proficient.
So 17 doesn't hit. Any other bonus actions?
Fuck. I'm just gonna get a little, probably be 2 feet behind.
Sure.
Malachi.
Alright, that's gonna bring us to Zarek.
I'm gonna make this flow the game. So I'm like, waste time.
And being in the starting ground in that, you can take you can take 1 point of fire damage as you're not burning too much, but you are currently on fire
This is going to take any damage at all.
at the start of this round. At the start of his turn.
Which was
Take one attack.
Sure.
23.
He's going to reaction parry as he takes his sword. It's deflected off the flat of the blade.
Spend a key point, bonus action, step of the wind, disengage, run 60 feet.
Bamf out of there. Alright, it's gonna bring us to the Death Knight, who...
holy shit. I guess I just see some lawyers jet by me.
Yeah. He's going to attempt to cast Hold Person on green right here. Alright. It's a wisdom saving throw. And you also took 3 points of fire damage. What'd you roll?
20, not 20, but 20.
20. Yeah. You just succeed. You feel your body kind of tense up a little bit, and then you are able to break free of whatever this supernatural control is, as it's going to end his turn. Actually, he's going to take 30 feet of movement. He's going to. He watches very quickly. He stands up and he gets right next to Demetrius, sword and shield, ready. And it's going to bring to Vladimir. Your turn.
Alright. Let me go ahead and do magic missiles.
Sure. Which level are you casting it at?
Just
First level. Okay. Or it's not a roll. Roll straight attack. Yeah.
Nine.
9 points damage. All right. Watch as this thing kind of takes these bolts. So just be getting a little bit angry now.
And then moving over here.
Gotcha. It's going to Malachi. It's your turn.
What's 7? How's the Death Knight looking? I mean, has it
The Death Knight.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell. He's definitely angry, but as far as his physical condition, he seems to be more devoid of human gesture. So you're not really able to kind of glean his well-being at the moment. There's no blood spurts coming from him, and he seems to be taking this damage.
I'm gonna, So I have like the crossbow like in my outfit, and I'm gonna draw like a drawn blade in my main hand.
Yeah.
But I am going to take a shot with the crossbow and then aim.
Sure. Go ahead and roll for attack.
21.
21 does not hit.
What? Okay. We're in a bad time, boys.
You as it kind of rings off, you watch as there is this slight blue shimmer to his plate armor as it
Yeah.
kind of spirals offward.
Alright. Let's see how we run.
Okay. So then it brings to Demetrius. It's your turn.
Shit, you're next to me. Guess we use stealth cards. This is within 5 feet. Roll me 20.
Yeah. Roll your 20 for your ranged attack, and then you add to dex save for him, and if it's 1d10 or half on a save for him, extra damage. So roll for an attack for range or for your ranged attack.
That's a 5.
Yeah, 5 is not going to hit. And as you get right up close and personal, you bring your longbow up and ready to fire, and sparks right off the bow or the plate armor. You do still have movement and any other bonus action. Well, actually, it's your bonus action to cast Hail of Thorns, but you do have your movement is still.
Can I still use my sword?
It'd be an action to put up your bow and draw your sword.
Alright. So I'm gonna say that.
Okay. Jumping up and over the fire, you watch as this same figure leaps up, and he's going to actually come down and his crossbow is going to fire at Malachi. It's going to be a 17 to hit.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's a 17 to hit.
Yeah. This guy trying to be so super cool. He's got the wanted crossbow bolts.
All right, that is going to be 8 points of piercing damage.
Yeah. It's really.
As you feel this thing kind of embed in your shoulder a little bit,
Yeah.
straight up, you look up and you can see this figure kind of duck back over. And it's gonna be the end of his turn. That brings us back up to Morty. It's your turn.
I am gonna cast Moonbeam on Big Fuck over here.
Okay.
Con save.
Save. He's gonna fail. He rolled a natural 4. Yeah, that's a 9.
So he takes 2d10 damage.
Sweet.
17.
17. Alright. As this arc of sheer lunar energy is this coming from your hand or from the sky?
Sky.
From
I
the
was
sky.
like, I'm just putting my hand in, like I'm just casting.
As you
like,
almost kind of pull this down as though it's on a tether, this beam of lunar energy spikes down, nearly blinding Demetrius right next to him. But
Yeah.
I don't think Moonbeam has a radius on it. I think it's just a one-person but I could be wrong.
Oh, it's only 5, yes.
Yeah.
Right on.
Awesome. Anything else?
Gonna scoot back around the corner and head towards my buddy's there because I saw his blurs. I was gonna follow the blur.
Gotcha.
Because
So
he
your turn.
witnessed the pain firsthand.
You just
Nope.
you're out of this.
Nope.
It's gonna bring us to the Death Knight, who's going to take a look at Demetrius right there. He's gonna go ahead and make an attack. It's gonna be a nat 1.
Like, oh shit.
It's gonna be a 26 to hit, and then a 27 to hit. So he's gonna hit twice on Demetrius. It's gonna be 20 points of slashing damage, plus plus 26 points of necrotic, plus 19 points of necrotic.
He's unconscious.
Yeah,
So 26 plus
plus 19,
19. What was the first number? 20 something.
something like that.
Yeah. He's unconscious.
In 2 quick strikes, carving a large X up your torso, you feel yourself go cold. Darkness comes. You fall unconscious. It's gonna bring us to Vladimir. It's your turn.
Well, quick cue.
Mhm.
Could I fade presence this guy?
He does not appear to be. He does not seem to be Fey. He himself does not. You do recognize that he was conjured from Fey origins, but he himself is not Fey.
So I wouldn't be able to fright his ass. Spooky enough.
He was asking to use the Fey presence warlock feat.
Oh,
That's
that.
the effect of
Oh,
Fey.
gotcha. You can certainly try.
Okay, well. Never mind. Actually, no. I'll go ahead and try.
Okay. Is that a what save is that?
That's my warlock's spell DC. Oh, wait. Yes.
Yeah. As you try to channel this inner power that you have granted by this by the friendly king, you watch as it doesn't really pay attention.
And that would be my action.
That would be your action.
Alright, well.
Move back.
Okay. It's gonna bring us to Malachi. It's your turn.
I'll run over to Demetrius.
As you enter the fire, you take 1d6. Alright, you just take 1 point of fire damage.
Big ball. I'm gonna expend one use of my healing kit to stabilize him.
And you are stabilized.
And then, yeah, fuck it. I'll use my bonus action to heal as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
You get 14 points.
And then, yeah, I'm gonna use the rest of my movement. So, let's say I think I move 10 feet. So, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. I'm gone.
And Demetrius, you are now up. It is your turn. You watch as standing over you is this about 8.5 foot tall metal figure that you recall. And as you look down, you still have 2 bloody scars just cleaved into your torso.
Alright, I'm using my swords.
Okay. You pull out your swords. Just take this guy on. Go for it. Yeah. Your dual short swords out, right? Gotcha. Go ahead and roll for an attack.
15.
15 does not hit. You go ahead and roll for your offhand.
This dice are not doing very good, man.
Yeah. You just kind of hold up the shield. That's right off the shield. Yeah. You have your movement, but yeah. He's going to get an attack of opportunity. And it's actually not going to hit. He rolled a 2. You just barely get out of the way as this. You hear the cling on steel on cobblestone behind you. Just get out of the way. It's going to make it the end of your turn. Leaping over. Taking a crossbow out. It's going to fire at Malachi. It's going to be a 14 hit.
That hits.
That hits?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. 6 points of piercing damage as another one right kind of almost like on the other side of the shoulder, like on the other shoulder, as these 2 crossbow bolts are going to cut over your shoulders. It's going to be this turn. Let's bring us back to Morty.
Oh, word. Bonus action, I'm gonna use healing word on Zarek. Right here, you can check. Zarek's still beside me, right? Word. I'm just gonna use, yeah. Go ahead and just use that level 2.
Okay.
That's con. Get 7. Actual. Go ahead, just gonna go ahead and. Go ahead and just take a shot. I don't do it there. Sure.
Yeah.
Short.
Oh wait, which one?
The
So you not so he fired and he looked back. He's about yeah. He's
Oh, I
currently
see.
on the roof, so you were not able to see him.
Okay, so. And is this a wall right there? Or?
Yeah, that's just another street. Yeah.
Or
These
I'm
are
just
your
gonna have ready my boat.
Sure. Yeah.
What? Yeah.
All right, that's gonna bring us to Zarek. It is your turn.
Six.
26 hits.
Fireball.
8. Spend a key point. Stone strike.
Maybe a 20. If he saves.
15 to hit.
15 does not hit.
Spend a key point. Fury blows. 20 to hit.
20 does not hit.
15 to hit.
15 does not hit.
This is.
All right.
It's too OP.
This isn't even a fucking fight. Yeah, it's not combat not to be fucking massacred, so. Fuck it. Just kill me. Kill my fucking character. Fucking
It's beautiful.
He's actually going to cast Compelled Duel on Demetrius, who's trying to run away, and being utterly pissed off, he's gonna cast Compelled Duel. You make a team saving throw. Seven. You feel yourself drawn to this figure, and you are no longer able to move away from this figure. What else does?
He can attack on his turn. He has to attack the creature. He cannot move away from the creature.
Yeah.
He has to fight the creature till it dies or till he dies.
Yeah.
Or for an hour until the spell ends.
And you can, I believe on your turn you can attempt to break that, but yeah, you are compelled to fight this creature.
But it is at the end of your turn.
Yeah.
That you attempt to break that.
That's going to bring us to Vladimir. It is your turn.
Alright, well, I'm tired of this guy up here.
You can't
And
see
he is currently 30 feet up.
I know.
Yeah, on top of the roof.
So
But
he's
yes.
up there.
Oh, as you're able to. Which one?
Wait. And Eldritch Blast off the roof. Be gone.
All right, go ahead and roll for that.
Like damage or like to
It's to hit.
Yeah, to hit, yeah.
Okay, well, it didn't. So now.
Yeah, it's not gonna hit. As you're kind of close quarters, he's able to just kind of like push your hand up, and the eldritch energy flies off into the sky.
Just pull my staff out now.
Yeah, as you ready your staff, it's gonna be the end of your turn, and Malachi, it is your turn.
So I have second story work, which means climbing doesn't cost me extra movement. So
Okay.
it's 30 feet up, right?
Yes.
So I'm just gonna climb 30 feet.
Okay, Spider-Man. Okay.
Do it, bro.
35, 40
Go for
feet.
it.
Would that be flanking?
It would be flanking.
So I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna draw a short sword in my own hand.
Okay.
Alright, 23 to hit.
23 does hit.
Nice. Alright. And then. Six. 11 points of damage.
1 point damage. Gotcha. And that after their sword.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did a short sword.
You get a pretty good cut across his chest as he. You see blood just kind of splatter off onto Vladimir, and Vladimir's like, his blood covers you.
Is he like close to the edge?
He looks pretty close, yeah.
Good.
Any other?
I'll do the second attack with my short sword.
Sure.
Alright. Yeah, that's gonna miss.
He's gonna miss, yeah. As the weight that you cleave, and he kind of his weight shifts over. As you're going for the other one, he just barely gets to move out of the way. That's gonna bring us to Demetrius, your turn. You are compelled to fight this thing.
Alright, I'll shoot at it.
And you currently have your swords out right now, so it's gonna be an action to put them up and then draw your bow. Also, you can go ahead.
He wouldn't be allowed to. He has the ability to move 5 feet towards him and engage in melee combat. He is required to do that.
Yeah.
Right here. Slash that. 26.
26 hits. Go ahead and roll for damage.
4.
Well, plus
4 plus your strength modifier. Or it's a finesse weapon, so you can actually add your dexterity. Yeah, so go ahead and add your dex to that.
7.
7 points.
Nice.
Watch as you cleave through this thing, and this thing looks like he's feeling some wear and tear at this point. You definitely have gotten through the chinks of his armor, and you actually watch as this bluish tint that had been to his armor is suddenly broken.
So it's season X.
Anything else you'd like to do on that?
Second sword.
Got it. Yes, you do have your second sword.
God.
12.
12 does not hit. You can also attempt to break the spell and make a wisdom saving throw. 14 does not pass. You are still compelled to fight this thing. But you are able to.
you roll every one of those with advantage. Because we're flanked. He's the direct opposite of me.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So yeah, actually, for that second strike, go ahead and roll another attack. Yeah, it's not. But you are able to do that was striking range. And it's going to bring us to the Fanatic's turn as he is kind of staring down both of you.
Jump, bitch!
He is going to attempt to cast Hold Person on you. He's going to make a wisdom saving throw. Six. You suddenly feel yourself. You are paralyzed.
Gasp!
It's going to bring us to the top of the round. Morty, it's your turn.
Word, go ahead and see. Jump back in action and go to the corner over here. 20 feet of movement. And go ahead and do. I'm gonna go ahead and just take a shot again at this guy.
Sure. Go ahead and make that again. 14 does not hit as it kind of glances off the back of the shoulder.
Word, let's go ahead and you want to hear on your word. Is there a beginning? At first level.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll for that. 5 points of healing.
Something.
Alright, and Zarek, it is back to your turn.
Keep him down, bro.
First attack.
Got a man on too.
20.
20 does hit now.
Fucking that shot.
12.
12 does not hit.
Or 12 damage. Second strike.
It's going to be... Ooh, he fails. That is an 18. Cool. He's stunned.
Get 'em, boys.
Second attack's 14.
And you're with advantage, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's not gonna hit.
Key point for Fury Blows.
Okay.
It's 21.
21 hits.
The second one is 27.
27 hits. Roll for damage.
19.
19 points.
Oh yeah.
It is my turn.
You watch as this thing takes these blows, and as you kind of hear this heavy panting and grunting under the armor, kind of echoing. And it's going to bring us to the Death Knight's turn. As he's going to, still looming over, he's going to go ahead and make some more attacks on Malachi, or sorry, on Demetrius. It's going to be a 13 to hit, so he misses. 14 to hit. Wow, he missed all. And 11 to hit. Kind of, and, he's trying to immediately attack. His balance is off at the moment as he's been battered from behind. And Demetrius, you take this to your advantage and you kind of duck out of all these. Being compelled to duel has suddenly given you this inner strength you didn't know you had, and you're able to match this thing, blade to blade. It's going to be the end of its turn. Malachi, it's your turn. Or sorry, Demetrius, it's your turn. Sorry. Vladimir, not Vladimir.
Whatever the hell.
Whatever the hell your name is.
So would I be unparalyzed?
No.
No, but you can get to
That would be his whole turn.
Yeah,
is to attempt to break it.
I'm paralyzed. What is Daddy Suck paralyzed?
Daddy Suck is not paralyzed.
I'm gonna have Daddy Suck jump on this man's face to try to blind him.
Make a strength check. Yeah.
For
Daddy Suck. He's a strength.
I can tell you right now,
It's
you
not great.
roll low like a bucket.
So it's technically it's a small animal, so we do like what -2.
Yeah. It's a. What would you roll?
Yeah,
It's like 4.
because the cat is like -2.
It's not gonna. I mean, as you watch this Daddy Suck kind of
That's all.
gets on and tears it off. Daddy Suck just throw it to the ground.
I just imagine Vladimir.
With 30 feet down.
My
Not
God damn it. That would be the funniest shit I've ever seen. You just brought it back and it just eats your fucking octopus off.
I just imagine you kind of like, go Daddy Suck.
Make a wisdom saving throw. 18. You focus your mind, and all of a sudden you feel this chain around you snap, and you're able to move your limbs again, and you are free from a whole person.
Daddy Suck, come back.
Daddy Suck is currently kind of like lashed around your legs. That's going to be the end of your turn. Malachi, it's your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna attack with Dolly. That's very good. I got second attack with my armor and short.
Okay.
One of them, that's cost. That's gonna hit. That's like a 24 range.
Yeah, it's going to hit. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Okay. Plus neat. 19.
19 points. You watch as this guy is brought to his knees, and he is hurt.
Yeah.
He's not looking good.
Nice.
It's going to bring us to Demetrius. It's your turn. You are still compelled to fight this thing. But you do still have advantage on attack rolls. You do still have flank.
$26.
26 hits. Go ahead and roll for damage. Five points. All right.
Roll it again.
Yeah, roll damage. Yeah, you still have advantage. Yeah. So you are able to get this one in as you kind of catch a chink in the armor. You hurt. can,
You can attempt to break.
you can attempt to break.
19
Plus your wisdom.
21.
21, that is going to be enough. You break the compelled duel as you kind of get this chink in there. It's enough to kind of expose his mortality. As you pull back, you feel yourself released from his grip. And you do have movement as well, so you can attempt to move back, but you will get an attack opportunity.
No, he won't.
Or actually, yeah, you won't.
Yep.
Yep. And that's going to be the end of your turn. This guy from his knees is actually, what is he going to do?
Just gonna jump off. Kill us all.
Damn thing's a damn simulation. It's a board game, I tell you.
That's right. Some sort of tabletop. Gosh.
You watch as his hand begins glowing red, and he's going to cast Sacred Flame at you. I need you to make a dex saving throw.
The decks, bro.
I'll use 19.
He's scared.
Yeah, you are able to dodge out of it. And it's going to be the end of his turn, as he is cornered right now. Morty, it is your turn.
Fuck this. Definitely do last slot. This moonbeam does it have to be?
Nice.
Do what?
Moonbeam.
Since
the Dimitri's back away, I'm using mine.
If it's a dex save, he auto fails.
No, it's a con.
Content, yeah, he's going to fail that too with the 10. Go ahead and roll 2d10.
Yes. Let me do the 10. And that's 12. Then.
No,
Yeah,
that's,
bonus. Wait.
that's 6 and 9.
Oh, that's 2 and 9. Yeah, that's a 15.
15?
No, just straight.
Oh, yeah, 15.
Yeah. As another moonbeam used unit, as you pull this thing down from the sky, this thing gets down to one knee.
Did you feel that, fucker?
It's looking pretty bad. Zarek is going to bring us to your turn. Or I'm sorry, was there anything else you wanted to do?
Go ahead and heal my tank up one more time. We're just throwing power on the tank. Can't get any bugs. You're just gonna get 3.
It's not much, but it's honest work.
Yes, exactly. I'm not the best healer, but I'm a damn healer.
So, first attack, tail, 24,
24 hits.
10 damage, and then con save,
16.
16. That's the save.
Ooh, dash.
Second one, tail, 22,
22 hits.
11.
How do you want to do this?
Fucking poison face.
Through his face. Ooh.
And
It's poison damage too, so he's
No, I'm taking his head and helmet
straight
off with my tail.
as you skewer with the sharp twist, you hear the neck crack, and then helmet and skull and the entire face clean off on the end of your tail.
At that exact moment, I turn around and say, "We need to leave right now."
And it's going to bring us to Vladimir. It's your turn.
Alright.
Or, I'm sorry. Yeah, actually, because it decides death.
I'm gonna smack this bitch across his brain with my staff with the baseball bat.
Roll for an attack.
Hopefully knock him off the roof. It's cocked. Well, fuck me.
That one. As you just kind of like big old baseball bat swing, you kind of forget for a second that he's a lot lower on the ground because he's on his knee, and you just kind of like swing about 2 feet above his head.
Eldritch Blast.
You already is Eldritch Blast, yeah.
Now you get to that.
Yeah, you got bonus actions and you.
Did he get advantage on that attack?
He did not take advantage.
Yeah.
For which one?
Because he was,
Yeah,
because you all had flanked technically.
Actually,
He's in
yeah.
the corner.
Yeah. Go ahead, roll for it, roll again.
Don't do shit this time.
I mean,
13 is not. It's gonna like take another big old whop and you're like, oh, that's right, I did it again. He's a lot lower to the ground right now.
Swing down.
Down.
Down at him.
And it's gonna be against the Malachi, it's your turn.
And then I do. I'm gonna attract with my doppelganger. Yeah, it's gonna be 20 to hit.
And then they hit.
Yeah. Gonna roll that sneak attack. Sweet sneak attack.
Sweet.
Um, 18 points of damage.
How do you do this?
Ooh, yeah. So with my dominate, like, since he's on, like, on his knees on the ground, right? It, like, the radiant beam just comes, like, cuts his head, like, clean off.
And you're like perfectly cauterizing it too.
Yeah.
There's no blood loss. It's just
Yeah. Nice.
Beautiful.
clean.
Yes.
The screams that echoed around the closet that you were in suddenly die down. All that can be heard is the
precipitation on fire.
That's not how that works.
it's a lot of fire.
That's not how that works though.
Yeah, it doesn't.
One cube of fire.
Exactly.
It's gone. I helped.
Death Knight's body, dude.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
checking his body for everything.
Yeah, we're trying to find something.
Yeah. Did it with this guy.
Make an investigation check.
Can I check out this guy too? The
Yeah,
guy over there.
yeah, make an investigation check.
It's a really good
I'll check him out.
It's like a 17.
I got a 17.
17.
That's nice.
So, Malachi, on this person, the one thing that you do notice, and you kind of notice this as well, they are wearing similar robes. You share the same cloak.
He's not wearing that.
And
It's fashionable. It's warm. Plus sneak.
you also find, rummaging through some of the pockets, a single note that just says, "Find Lord Winter." On the Death Knight, investigating his armor, you don't really find much in the way of personal or earthly belongings, as it seems to be an otherworldly creature, but you do find a small glyph that has been etched onto the armor.
That was falling off.
It hasn't fallen,
Oh,
it's
it's
etched into the armor.
Yelling this from the roof.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I've read a lot in my time, and I can dictate that this is probably the binding glyph to get whatever other world that you need to have in this armor. Because I imagine his head beside him doesn't look.
I mean, it just seems to be a vacant.
there's no head.
As
It's just the armor.
It's just the armor, and there is some sort of like ectoplasmic goo on your tail at the moment.
Yeah, so I will dictate from logic. It's probably
Wait. I want that goo. For science.
so weird.
Put the good in mind.
We need to get this shit out of this town because you burned down half of this fucking.
Well, I don't really get time anyways. Fuck them.
Okay.
You do hear off in the distance some shouting that sounds like guards.
Do we remember the way we came in?
You do. You're not too far from. You're maybe about a minute from Topless Keith's mom's house.
I definitely put away my magical weapon as soon as I hear it.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm already booking my ass that way.
So, where's your guards coming from right now?
As they're coming from that way, so and y'all
I
need to
say
be going this way.
Yeah, we're just heading out the way that we
snuck in.
As you make your way out, you very quickly find yourself in Thomas Keith's mother's house, seemingly empty. Making your way out.
Wait, she's not in here? Is the giant thing of knitting here?
There does seem to be a very large pile of decently knitted.
Okay, wait. So she's not here though?
No.
There was a big commotion. Everyone was running away.
No, I'm tossing this bitch right now. This is our only chance to learn if this is actually Topless Keith's mom.
Oh, you're talking about flip the switch inside out?
Yeah, like we are going to look for anything and everything that can possibly tie this woman actually to Topless Keith or if he's
All investigate, please.
Are you just
So does someone want to helm the investigation effort and just take advantage with a group effort?
Yeah, you don't want to Sochos.
well, I'm not the best investigator. Pretty good at it.
What's it?
25.
That's pretty good.
Oh, look, sit there. You roll with advantage just in case you get a net.
Yeah.
Sure. 12.
So,
Just saying.
Spending the next 5 minutes, you are very thorough, but there doesn't appear to be anything.
Anything like a struggle or like.
It looks as though this building, even though you know it to be contrary, the inside of this house looks as though it has never been touched. It is lacking in dust. There is nothing in there but the finely, or not so finely.
Grandma's taking the giant knit.
This is too.
Grandma knitted me a scarf.
See, they're just.
You have 60 feet of knitted scarf.
Fuck yeah, I got 60 feet of knitted scarf. Shove it in the haversack.
It's a deep full screen. And with that, we'll go ahead and call it for the scene.
What?
It's the Infinity Scout, yeah.
Good call.
Well, thank you very much for joining episode 2 of this wild campaign. A good fight ensued and some mystery afoot. We'll be back next week. And this will be like our usual time, later tonight, or you'll be able to watch it on Monday. But thank you again. Thanks everyone. Have some good R&R, and we'll see you next week.